Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks are the big dog in the burrow right now. Oh man, the burrows. The New York Knicks just completely obliterated the Brooklyn Nets 142-118 for their seventh straight victory, led by Mr. Jalen Brunson. 39 points. 39 points. Shot 15 of 18. Overall, only missed 3 shots. Hit 5 of 6 from the three-point line. 6 assists, 5 rebounds. But he wasn't the whole story. The whole team was the story. Everybody contributed. By the end of the first half, every Knicks player that entered the game had scored, and 7 of the 9 that had entered had either had a rebound or an assist. That's the type of game this was. Outstanding. The Knicks had 28 assists tonight. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I cannot. The vibes are immaculate right now. Immaculate. In fact, let's get to it. Let me show you a couple of things. Here we go. Well, you see, 142-118. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Fred Katz tweeted this out. Just left the Knicks locker room. I can confidently say that the vibes are immaculate. Everyone in there screaming jokes across the room. It was just a wave of cheeriness. And they deserve it. They have played outstanding basketball. Outstanding. And I got to say, it wasn't even perfect. You know, they for the free throw line, they laid an egg. They laid an egg from the free throw line. But, what did they shoot for free throw? They shot 57.1% from the free throw line. No, 66.7%. They shot 57.1% from the three-point line. 57% from the three-point line. Outstanding. Wow, we're going to get into it. We got highlights for you, got stats, and we are going to talk about how deep this team can go. And the reason I say that is because, yes, the Knicks came out and completely destroyed the Brooklyn Nets. The third quarter was a little wonky. Julius, I think, lost a little bit of focus. He over-dribbled a few times, some turnovers here and there. They kind of let the Nets believe they could kind of get back in this possibly. But I feel like this team had a whole other gear that they didn't even bother shifting into. They just kept going and going because it was working. Everybody contributed. Everybody. Quentin Grimes, 22 points, 8 of 12, 6 of 9 from the three-point line. RJ Barrett, 15 points, 5 of 11 hit both of his three-point attempts. Julius Randle, a modest 21 for him tonight, 8 rebounds, 8 dimes for him. Emmanuel Quickley, 15 points for him, 2 of 5 from the three-point line, 6 of 12 overall, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Awesome. Josh Hart, even though he only contributed 4 points, had 5 dimes, 4 boards in 26 minutes, and played some outstanding defense. Everybody contributed. Obi, everybody. Hartenstein, 19 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 6. Fantastic. But this guy was the guy. He set the tone. And right away, I think in the first minute of the game, he collided knees with his friend, his former Villanova teammate, Mikal Bridges. And he was like limping. He was aching. We were dying. We're like, oh no, is this what's going to happen? Then he continued to score over 20 points in that first quarter. He just went crazy. Outstanding. His three-point shot, smooth. I like that he's taking more of them, which we need him to. That was one of the concerns when he was coming to the Knicks. He wasn't a high volume 3-point shooter. Well, he's completely embraced that role, and it's paying off with tremendous dividends. Tremendous dividends. I love it. Look at this. The Eastern Conference standings right now. The New York Knicks are 2 games ahead of the Nets to be in 5th place, and only a game and a half behind the Cavs, who lost tonight to the Sixers. Was it Sixers? Yeah. They lost tonight to the Sixers, which actually was at first it looked like a blowout, but they battled back and made it close. But the Sixers held on for the victory to get their 40th win of the season. Look where we're at right now. It is very possible, like I said earlier in the previous recap, that by Monday night, the Knicks could be in fourth place. It's not even a joke. I called 7 straight. I'm calling 8 straight. It's whether we get that 9th straight win on Sunday against the Boston Celtics in Boston. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Outstanding. Let's get to the highlights, people. Here we go. The game started out right here. It was a tie game, and pretty much after that, I think it was no more. All right, Mitch Robinson. Let me tell you guys a little bit about Mitch Robinson. Mitch Robinson, this is his 4th game back since his injury. He's attempted 22 field goals. He's connected on 21. 21 of 22 since he came back in the 4 games. He's only missed 1, and that was the first game. He has not missed a field goal in 3 games. And his defense, just off the hook. Incredible. He got 10 rebounds. He had a double-double tonight, 13 points, 10 rebounds. And he ended up only credited with 1 block and 1 steal and 1 assist. Got a 1-1-1 there. But his impact, you know what it is? I mean, guys, the NBA's gotten the memo. Why? Don't even bother trying to test Mitch Robinson. I think that's why his blocks are down. They just don't even want to bother. And I don't blame them. Like right here, look at that. There it is. It's like, get that out of here. Oh man, but look at JB. Look at him moving through and finding Grimes. Grimes was outstanding in that first quarter as well. He got totally overshadowed by Brunson's unbelievable first quarter, but Grimes was almost equally as outstanding and efficient. Beautiful little teardrop. I like how JB is looking for his teammates now. He wasn't doing it as much earlier in the season, and there was a period of time when he was very ISO heavy. Now he's balancing that very well, because when he penetrates into the paint, he's not trying to force shots, which is great. Not that, and the thing is, before he was forcing shots and he was still making them. The problem is that when you start missing them, you give the defense some hope. So now he's completely demoralizing them, because if they stop him, he'll find a teammate for like a beautiful little teardrop like you found Isaiah Hartenstein right there. Look at this play. This was redemption. Obi had a breakaway like that earlier, and he blew the dunk, which was just frustrating. And then he got this. Little makeup right there. Look at that score. The Knicks, oh my God. Knicks scored, I think, 81 in the first half. Something like that. Unbelievable. This is the role that the Knicks are on right now, is the kind of thing that it doesn't feel like they're going to get thrown off. They know, everyone understands their roles, and they're fulfilling them at an incredibly high level right now. Earlier, if you didn't miss the pregame show I did with Lee, you guys should definitely check it out. It's awesome, if I do say so myself, where we discuss the best matchups for the Knicks in the playoffs in the first round. We dissect the Cavs and the Sixers, and then we looked at Immanuel Quickley as a 6th Man of the Year candidate. He's making a tremendous argument for that, so we have him up there. We have Mitch, like I said before, one of the best offensive rebounders, the best, let's just say the best offensive rebounder in the game, and a tremendous defensive presence in the paint. Julius Randle, this wasn't even a good game for him, and he finished with 8 rebounds and 8 assists. Wasn't even a good game for him, necessarily, but he finished plus 27. Plus 27 for Julius Randle in 21 points. He was the high man. Actually, no, the high man was Josh Hart. He was a plus 30. Can you imagine being a plus 30 in a single game? Some guys aren't a plus 30 for a whole season, for a whole month. Some guys don't even have that stretch at all. Oh, this was a beautiful moment here. Look at that. Look at this. I love Mitch battling. Yes, yes. That is the hustle. Cheers. Definitely having a celebration cocktail, an old fashioned. Look at Grimes. God, his stroke is just butter. Butter. Look at the defense here. I'm not even sure what this play is. This may not be a good defensive play for it. Oh, yes, it was. Isaiah Hartenstein comes out of nowhere to swat this away. Gorgeous. Mikal Bridges was frustrated tonight by the Knicks. He finished he had an efficient night, but he definitely was frustrated. He did finish with 21 points, 6 of 13, but only got off 2 3-point attempts. And the Nets did shoot decently from the three-point line, 38.5%, but off of 15 makes off of 39 attempts. Normally, that's good enough to win, but not on a night like tonight when the Knicks could not miss, where the Knicks shot themselves 57% from the three-point line and shot 60.7% overall. I mean, who even missed? Let me see. Obi missed. Obi was 1 of 4. He was the only one with a stat line that wasn't like above 50%. He's the only one. And it was because he blew that one dunk. If he had hit that one dunk, he'd be 2 of 4, and it would have been everyone would have shot over 50%. I love this play. Love that play. That was gorgeous. All right, we're back to the beginning. Beautiful, starting the game off with a Mitch lob assist from R.J. Barrett. RJ had a nice game. 5 of 11 for him. Hit both of his 3-point shots. Only 2 rebounds, 1 assist for him in 28 minutes, 15 points. Very productive. He finished a plus 10 himself. Quentin Grimes only finished a plus 5, ironically. It's weird how that shapes up like that, but that's just the way it is sometimes. All right, let's get to the stats. Here we go. Look at this. I just can't stop looking at that. I believe Brooklyn is going to begin to fade from now on. I had already predicted that earlier, and it's not a big prediction. It's obvious without KD or Kyrie, that's going to happen. They have a good team though. They have good young players. They have good players. They just need to figure it out. Who's going to be what. Mike Breen in the broadcast, he said like Cam Johnson. He just looks like a guy who could get you 20. He could average 20, and he could. I mean, tonight he scored 33, 7 of 11 from the three-point line, shot 13 of 18 overall, but only 2 boards and no assists. So, yes, you can be a scorer, you can provide buckets, but you got to make the other guys around you better and productive. That's the mark of a true leader. That is the mark of a true leader. Let's see. So we got Toronto there at 9th. I keep looking at them because I'm a little concerned by them, and Atlanta as well. Miami 33-30 right now. Let's see. Did they play tonight? I believe they did play tonight, and they lost. Oh no! See, I was totally wrong. The Cavs played. The Cavs played the Celtics. Oh, the Cavs played the Celtics, lost. The Heat played the Sixers and lost. So both our guys that we are like around us in the standings took an L. All 3 of them, if you count Brooklyn as well. The Hawks did not play tonight. They played last night, and they lost that game to the Wizards. And the Wizards are right there in 10th. So those play-in teams right there, it's a mosh pit right there. I'm so glad that we're out of that. We are now. Look at that. We've won. We have a 578 winning percentage. Outstanding. Some people are calling for a 50 burger. They think 50 wins is possible. It is possible. Definitely is possible. I am saying right now 49 looks like to be the number. 49 is probably going to be the most likely number, and 49 will be good enough for 4th place. It will. So, which will mean the Knicks could have home. If we finish 4th, we'll have home court advantage against either Cleveland or. It looks like it's going to be Cleveland. I just don't see. It could be Miami. We'll see. Knicks play Miami on Friday, so that'll be a good learning, a good test for us to see what shape they're in. But they lost again tonight, so who knows? Let's get to the stats. I told you, I kind of already told you most of these. I pretty much told you most of these. The Knicks ended up with 46 rebounds, 28 assists. I love that number, 28 assists. Look how many assists from the bench. We got 11 assists from the bench. Beautiful. And Randall led the team with 8 assists. He was doing great in the first half. He got a little, like I said before, he got a little bit, I don't want to say lackadaisical. I just think it was just a matter of focus. You know, they had such a tremendous lead after that first half. Sometimes it is a little hard to maintain that edge, but this team has to play with that edge the entire time because we've already given up too many big leads this season alone, and last season, you know, we suffered that as well. This team does have a propensity to turn off the valve in terms of scoring, in terms of defensive intensity. So we can't afford that at all, especially now when we're in the home stretch of the playoff run. This is it. We're in it. This is exciting. I'm so hyped. I've exerted so much energy when I was watching the game. I wish I had saved some for the recap. But this is beautiful. Look at this. It's like a work of art. Mitch, 6 of 6, 15 of 18 from Brunson. Outstanding. And as I mentioned before, the plus minus is just beautiful sight there. Josh Hart plus 30. Like I said, Quickly a plus 14. 15 points for Quickly tonight. Another is right in line with his average. Gorgeous. The Nets, 33 for Johnson, 20 for the former Suns players. They combined for 54 points themselves. And then the rest of the team pretty much wasn't a factor. Cam Thomas did come in with 15 points, but only 1 of 4 from the three-point line for him. And it's usually he's a sniper. Seth Curry, 1 of 7 for him. So that's they're gonna have bad nights like this until they finally decide on who's gonna be what. Nick Claxton was a non-factor tonight. That's what the Knicks were able to turn him into, a non-factor. That's how good this team was. And I'm telling you, the Knicks have another gear. They have another gear. They're not even there yet. The team stats, points in the paint, the Knicks dominated that. They dominated every aspect of this game pretty much. 56-40, so a plus 16 there. Actually, they didn't dominate the fast break points. That's one area they didn't. It was a 12-5 in favor of the Nets. Total turnovers, we did get a little bit sloppy, like I said before, in that second half. Committed 16 turnovers to the Nets 14. And in terms of steals, pretty much even. Assists, 28-26, also kind of even. Rebounds, we owned them. We were plus 15 there, like we normally are and we normally should be. The free throws, they got to make their free throws. I mean, that's one thing, because if we're playing against those upper echelon teams, which aren't that many upper echelon above the Knicks right now. The Knicks are in the top 7 of the NBA. They have the top 7 offense in the NBA. They have a top 7 in net rating. Fantastic. And if you watch the pregame show that I did, which maybe I'll repost it for a replay in the morning or something. The Knicks, since December 4th, since the lineup change, I have an eyelash in my eye, they are 3rd overall in the NBA in terms of net rating. Which is just mind-blowing, guys. Mind-blowing. What a beautiful time to be a Knicks fan. Beautiful time. Look at that. I told you guys before, this jacket's from the 90s. It's still in good shape because I treasure it. It was one of the greatest times as a fan for me, even though they didn't win. They didn't actually win, but they went to 2 finals during a big stretch of time there. Now I'm wondering, okay, what would it take for the Knicks to actually make a real serious run at the NBA Finals? Is there even a scenario where it's possible that these Knicks, let's say we finish 4th, we take care of business against the Cavs. Actually, let's get to the standings. we finish 4th, we take care of business against the Cavs, and then we would have to play, at this point, it would be the Bucks in the second round. It would be the Bucks. But there's still a lot of season left to go. The Bucks are on an insane run right now. They've won 14 in a row themselves. They're not going to continue that. That's just the way it normally is. And I still think that the Boston Celtics will probably finish first. So that means we would play the Celtics in the second round. Well, we just saw the Knicks take care of business against the Celtics. Now, they were missing Jalen Brown. But right now, we match up well with the Celtics, especially with Mitch back, because he makes the Star-Lord, kind of renders him almost like, not that he's a non-factor, but we have our answer for him. So it comes down to, if Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle continue playing at the superstar level that they're playing at right now and have been playing at for a very long stretch, if they can do that in the playoffs, then it comes down to the role players and the defense itself. Now, defense is based on effort, and we've seen some shifts in the approach to how we guard that perimeter, and it's paying off. It paid off against the Celtics themselves. There is a very good possibility, a decent possibility. There's a fighter's chance, let's put it that way, a puncher's chance that the Knicks could knock out the Boston Celtics in that second round. And then we're facing, most likely, the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, the scenario where I see the Knicks being able to take care of business against the Bucks is, unfortunately, it's probably through an injury. In the past, the Bucks have suffered key injuries. Last season, Chris Middleton was out, and that hurt them in the playoffs. It could happen again. An injury to Drew Holiday, that could severely impact the Bucks' chances of getting to the finals. So there's a chance. Let's play it out. Let's say the Bucks lose one of those two guys, Middleton or Drew Holiday. I think the Knicks, we've already played them tough before. So I think the Knicks have a chance to take care of that. And then we're talking about the Knicks in the finals? What a crazy season when you think about how it began. At one time, Tom Thibodeau's head was on the chopping block. Those were the reports, and rightly so. I was calling for his removal because he was just doing the same thing he was doing last season, being stubborn. Then he finally realized, you know what? This is my last chance. I'm going out. I'm going out with the best possible team, with the best approach to winning that I can put out there. He benched two guys, put in more defensive guys, gave more minutes to Emmanuel Quickley so he can find his shot, and he did, and all of that worked. And then Leon got Thibs the kind of player that he desperately loves and needs. That's essential for any winning team, and that's a Josh Hart. The ingredients are there. Now it's and I believe that Julius Randle will not repeat his poor performance from 2 years ago in the playoffs. I believe he will continue to play at this superstar level, that is all NBA level that he's been at, and same with Jalen Brunson. Brunson got the Mavericks all the way to the Western Conference Finals. And if it weren't for, the Warriors and their super team situation, Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, they're just loaded. Who knows? It could have been the Mavericks getting to the finals. So there's possibilities. Don't want to overhype everybody, even though I just did. But that is the scenario. The Knicks just have to keep taking care of business. But at some point, that other gear that I'm sensing they have, they're going to have to shift into it and try it out. The problem is when you go into that upper gear, that the air gets thin up there. Can they still hold it together? Can they still execute at the level that they have been? It's going to be interesting, but I do believe that they have another gear, and that gear requires more ball sharing, sharper screens, Well, tremendous shooting. We need that. We need RJ to regain his consistent stroke from the 3-point line. His 40% 3-point shot, which he's had a whole season 2 years ago when he averaged 40%. Recently he's been shooting pretty well. So let's hope that and then look at Quentin Grimes. He's another. We have two X factors. In my opinion, it's RJ Barrett and Quentin Grimes. Grimes is less so of an X factor for me. I think it's more of the Knicks need to make a more concerted effort to find him shots earlier in games, which they did tonight. And look how he rewarded them with a tremendous stat line, 22 points on 12 shot attempts. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I am so hyped right now. It's fantastic. This is fantastic. Let me see. I just want to check one thing here because I do believe, RJ is shooting, let's see, 12. Yeah, he's shooting about 47% from the 3-point line in the past 4 games. I'll take it. Keep going. I love it. And I love the camaraderie they had. They all went out the night before to Tao, and they were partying together. And the camaraderie is real. And that really matters, that kind of chemistry, because when guys depend on each other, it helps guys lean into depending on each other more so. And if one guy doesn't have it one night, another guy can have it. That's the beauty of the team game. And we got guys who are delivering at incredibly, incredibly high levels. Look at Jalen Brunson's stat line right there. Outstanding. Woo! This is beautiful. The vibes are truly immaculate. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this. If this is your first time watching this, joining me here, or you've been here before and haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We're so close to 7,000 subscribers, and hit that thumbs up button for me, and drop your comments. Love the comments. Definitely, I want to hear how you guys feel. Spread the joy. Share your joy with me, or if there's something that I've overlooked or whatever, please share that as well. Okay, thank you so much for watching this. My name is George. Please come back, and I will see you around the Knicks-Verse.